Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for fucking someday in April. I don't fucking know. 423, 4, 5, who knows? As always, I'm your host, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth, and we have the McCannibal, Sean McCann. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And, no, the breaking news. So, did you see they say Kim Jong-un they think might be dead?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that. And so the big perfect timing is going to be I can't remember when they said, but it's within the week that they have their annual anniversary for when they started their military, and that if they would do anything to get him there to show that he's good. If he's not there, they're like, that's that. And they said, actually, I don't know if you heard this, that he's in a vegetative state. They said. I kind of dove into that.
Yeah, I saw that he was having some surgery related to his heart, I think. Then I read that he was in a vegetative state, like you said. And then I just saw that the rumor is that he's now dead. And I'm like, oh boy.
Saw that. And there was the other thing, too. They said he went out. So I think it was for the coronavirus. They were getting him out. And it was on a Tuesday. I remember catching that. It was on a Tuesday. He's standing there, and then he just clutches his chest and goes down. It's great, dude, because what is he, like 35, 36? So,
wait, you're saying they saw him, he just goes like this?
Yeah, there's a story on one of these where he clutched his chest and just went down. Yeah, man. It's so great.
Can you imagine being that doctor, though?
Oh, yeah, and he might be dead now, too. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And what happens, too, like, I just wonder what that means, because it's always been kept in the family. So is there like a crazy vacuum that happens where this could go really south or it could go good? Who knows?
I don't know. I know he killed his uncle, so
yeah,
he won't be taking over.
That dude's savage, man. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Good. He doesn't need to breathe anymore.
Did you watch that movie last night, by the way?
Which one?
The Invite or The Invitation?
I haven't yet. I knew what you were talking about. I just wanted to do that for the listeners. No, I have not yet, because I got caught up in Jeep videos, of course. But no, that's my plan for tonight, because that looks good, dude. And it had $1 million budget and made $250,000 is all brought in. So it was a huge loss, right? But I mean, it's only $1 million. But it gets great reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, considering, dude, I think it's like an 80-some%. So, yeah, I'm down. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to check it out. But there is something I wanted to bring up, dude, just real quick on a pivot. So, there's this thing that's happened from social media where the challenge stuff, all the challenges that happen,
yeah.
So they have the ice bucket challenge and they have this and that, right? I'm trying to phrase this right, man. What's up with this pillow challenge? So what did it? And so for those that don't know, which I'd be surprised who doesn't.
I don't. I have no idea.
Yeah. So the pillow challenge is where women are taking a pillow and they're putting it on the front of them and they're cinching it with the belt in between. So I'm using my hands here, but basically gives you an hourglass figure, right? Because it poofs out on either side of the cinched belt. And so you put this pillow on your front, you cinch it up, and you take a picture of it. Here's my question. I'm using logic here, man. When are women, honestly, dude, the challenges that women are doing are ridiculous. Why is it that everything is around tits and ass? Do you know what would be super dope? Like, honestly, I think there's this weird, I keep watching all these challenges. It's all based around how you look and how your body is, and that this is a fashion trend. Like, what's super hot? Take a picture of you reading a book. Take a picture of you strategizing a new product. Dude, that is hot. That shit's super hot. I get it. You have a tits and ass. I get that. But, dude, quit putting that out like that's your only value. Because I get it. You come back and you're like, but I'm smart too. And it's like, yeah, we know that, but quit putting those images in front of us, telling us you're something other than that. I know your value is you're smart. I get that. I don't need to see your tits and ass all the time. And trust me, dude, I love looking at hot chicks. I love looking at beautiful women. I love looking at beautiful things in general. But yo, honestly, man. And then the little girls start doing it, because what matters in my video isn't me being smart and speaking to, like, you know, science or speaking to art. I know the only thing I can do is turn my TikTok on and show as much skin as I can, just up to the edge where it won't get banned. Like, yo, dude, come on, be better. Sorry about the whatever, but dude, honestly, man, be better. I get it too. Dudes do stupid shit, like, you know, all this dumb stuff dudes do. Yo, women, you're doing it too. Don't be that. Like, anytime you start inching up towards a stereotype, back off. Be self-aware.
I would say what I take from all this is, and also speaks to me not knowing this challenge, is how old are you, Sean?
45.
Yeah, are you 45?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, I would say what speaks to this is, and the fact that I don't know this challenge, is maybe as a 45-year-old, you should not be on TikTok.
No, straight. No, hey, no, real talk though, because I've already looked at that. I've looked at right self-awareness, right? And you know where self-awareness hit me? I'm gonna tell you, because dude, TikTok's funny. It's a minute, it's easy, and there's a lot of funny shit on there. Then I followed somebody, and then I understood what I just did. I just followed a 15-year-old. So you already know. Fucking TikTok had to go away, dude. I had to turn notifications off first because it was too much, and then I'm like, yo, I'm realizing what I'm doing. I get its content, but dude, I don't need to be following 15-year-olds. Right? So I adjust.
But also with what you were talking about, that reminds me of, like, you see it on dating profiles. Like, a girl will have her fucking asshole out, or her tits or whatever, and the first line is like, not looking for a hookup, don't look at me just sexually, you know, if you're looking for, I'm like, all right, well, maybe don't have you showing me what, you know, everything out there in the open, you know?
Because, dude, I'm going to tell, I'll put this out, man. You know what real dudes are totally into? So this is how dudes act. Like, real dudes. I'm not talking about these club dudes. I'm talking about real dudes that got some kind of fucking substance to them. I remember, I'm not going to name her name because I can't stand the woman, but there's this girl I used to date, and I remember she used to run, like, these club nights. And that was what I was into at the time. It's kind of how we met. So she was running this night, and I'm looking over at her. I'm sitting there talking to somebody, and I just kind of look up, and I see her. And she's like got this straight face on, and she's like pointing and like nodding her head at stuff. And like somebody comes over and says something to her and points over. And I look at that and I'm like, yo, she is handling business. People are coming to her. Like, my pride just swelled. And then I'm like, that girl's fucking hot. Like, that shit is hot. So, hey, I don't know. It says a lot about you and how you present yourself, right? So like, even on these dating apps, man, I know what you're about. Like, I see what you're about. Like, don't get that twisted. Understand, dudes see that. And if you get calls from these dudes who are like, you up? Well, then, you know, understand that's what that dude's about. So maybe change what you're presenting, right? Because I always go into this thing, dude. You know, I've said this. There's two ways to give somebody a drink if they're thirsty. A, I have the drink in my hand. Both times I have the drink in my hand. You're thirsty, so I can go like this and I can give it to you, and you can take that drink and, you know, quench your thirst. Or I can wind back and give you a 90-mile-an-hour fastball at the face with it, drench you, and you still get some in your mouth. One way is a little more effective than the other, but they're both the same. So, dude, think of how you're delivering your shit and what kind of outcome you want. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you picked the right day, dude. I just got off Instagram seeing all this shit, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
Well, here's the other thing, and I've said this forever. Two of the sexiest things I think a girl can wear, like if you're talking about what kind of picture you want to present or whatever. One, a girl in a double-breasted, like, pinstripe top with matching skirt, like business shit. That shit is sexy to me. Or a girl in a baseball cap.
Bam, that's it right there. And if
Yep.
you got a hoodie on too, we're good. We are good.
Dude, yeah, for the longest I've said a girl in a baseball cap I think is one of the cutest, sexiest things because I think it conveys a lot. Like the things I get from that is one, like I can be like, hey, we got to go do this thing in 5 minutes. It just came up. Are you down? And she'll be like, cool. Let me grab a hat and I'm ready to go. She doesn't take herself too seriously. I get a lot of shit from a girl that's cool just popping on a baseball cap.
Yep. Confidence, dude. It's like values are in the right place. They know what they're about. Strong. Nothing better than a strong woman, dude. Strong doesn't come across in your confidence, quote unquote, in showing your ass. That doesn't look strong. That looks like that's all you got to hang your hat on. Yeah, it's real talk. And dude, this isn't some kind of, what do they call those? The incels. It's not incel talk. This is real talk, bro. This is honestly, yeah.
There's a girl that I'm like friends with or whatever via Instagram that like we've talked and stuff, we've chatted and stuff, and some other random girl, I don't know who she is, but she has a username that's almost looks identical to this girl that I know, right? And this girl with the user, and they kind of look alike, these two girls. Well, this girl that I don't know that has a similar username, she posts all these provocative pictures all the time, and she posted one, and I thought it was the girl I knew, and she was like, yeah, here's a shot of my ass, basically. If you want to see more, go to the Patreon. And I commented on it thinking it was the first girl. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then I realized,
why?
I was like, dude, I'm like, would you want your fucking sister or your ma or fucking, yeah, it's a turnoff to me, you know?
Yep. You get what you put out there, dude. That's really the end of it, right? Like you get what you put out and you can't bitch about it because that's what you put out there. Dude. I want more. That's where this frustration comes from, or whatever you want to call it, this conversation. It's like, dude, want more for yourself, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't affect me, except I have to look at the shit and I just block. But otherwise, man, it's like, dude, all right, want more for yourself.
Here we go. We're in the lab right now. What is Sean's perfect woman? Physically and personality.
Oh, yeah. So gotta do, like, having a point of view is the biggest thing. You gotta have a point of view. Not my point of view, your point of view.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, who knows really who they are? We still like work through that. So I'm not saying like you got to know who you are, but you got to have a confidence about yourself and like, and have some sort of, and understand you got your value set in the right spot, not my right spot, just in a good, positive spot, dude. I like, you know, of course, who doesn't love a beautiful woman? Yep, for sure. Love the hat shit, you know, and usually the type that I, you know, would be around is like that type. Like that's just what I kind of attract and get attracted to. But yeah, dude, and of course, like the not taking yourself so seriously, you know, the funny thing, whatever that means, being able to be funny though, you know, being able to
and not quick-witted.
Yeah, quick-witted, like just, you know. But here's the other thing, dude. This is probably the biggest one to hit home. Is somebody you don't have to entertain. And what I mean by that is it's not that you don't go do shit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that nobody's, you know, dead air is okay. And there's comfort in it. You don't have to, right? And like, hey, I don't know, you know, even the one
I got it.
Like,
here, I got it. What are you thinking about?
I had an ex, dude, this other one besides the other, 2 a.m. I'd be out sleeping in my bed and I'd get this thing. And I'm not saying this happened one time and it's a funny story. I'm telling you this shit happened all the time. I'd be laying there. Then I'd get like hit on my shoulder, like tap, tap, tap. Oh, what's up? And she would all the time. Why do you love me?
Oh.
So now understand too, this is in my house, in my bedroom, in my bed that she's staying over. And the reason I say that is it got to a point where she'd stay over pretty much every night, and I'd end up sleeping on the couch because I couldn't deal with it, dude.
I could just see you seething.
I'm like, dude, I'm here, right? Like, what are you asking me that for? I'm here, and why'd you wake me up?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's and physically, how would you describe your dream girl?
See, I really like somebody love Italian girls. I think what I like is just the complexion and the dark hair and the dark eyes and the and I really like somebody who comes from somewhere else. Just
You
because
need
it
a New York,
brings
I think you need a New York chick or Boston.
yeah, man. Yeah. I dated a girl from Queens, straight Italian. Dad was like, Italiano, owned a pizza joint, all that stuff. Dude, that was great. She'd always talk about New York and shit in East Coast. But I don't know, it just brings a thing. But yeah, but then again, dude, I've been with blondes and brown hair and, white girls, black girls, Indian, whatever.
I like them white, yellow, Haitian, and Puerto Rican. What's the fucking song? Tribe Called Quest?
Oh, yeah. Hey, and what's that other, not French Polynesia, Ivory Coast, or wait, I'm trying to think of where. I can't remember. I don't want to say too much because then it starts saying too much. I was trying to think of a certain area that a certain person came from. Move on.
My ex, Isabel?
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to say her name. Where was she from?
West Africa.
Yeah, this is what West Indies? West Africa.
West Africa.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say you. I'm trying to think of all the girls like that I was dating that you met. So you met Isabel. You remember Candace? She smoked weed.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And that you're saying all the names.
You probably know her. I say she smoked weed because most of the girls I think have dated probably usually did. But yeah, Candace. She worked in the tech field.
Oh yeah, Jack. Blah, 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 blah. Never mind. I was just gonna say. I remember her name. I think was the same as a girl I used to date who worked at Microsoft. Her name is Candace J. And I think that. Oh, okay. All right.
Jackson? Yeah. You dated somebody named Candace Jackson?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you afterwards. But you would know her if you saw her. But yeah, but and both the girls that I think those are the only two girls really that I've dated, or that you've met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but I'm the dude. I think we're pretty similar in what we like in somebody that we're dating. I mean, dude, it's the thing is, like I always say, like I understand that they say relationship, it's work and blah blah blah, which I get that, but I don't necessarily think it should be hard. Like should it be
coal mining? Yeah, it shouldn't be like coal mining, dude. It should be
drama.
Yeah. Nope. I had this one. She would test me, and the final test came. It was the final test too. It was where I had a 20-ounce Diet Coke, completely open plastic one, and she picked up and threw it at my head. And then she whipped around and started running the other way down the hallway. This is in our place. We lived together for a minute. She started running down the hallway and looked back to be like, oh, he's chasing me. And I'm just standing there just like, what the fuck? What are you doing? This is what she wanted. She wanted to, because how she lived her life, she threw that and wanted me to come after her. And that just didn't even like register my head until I saw how she was being. I was like, yo, you want me to follow you and like fight you right now? That's weird. So I just got I left. That was it. That was the end. Like literally, that was the end.
Yeah.
Yo, bonkers.
Do you think you'll ever? Dude, it's a trip. Like, I was gonna say, do you think you'll ever date again?
Ever date again? It's an interesting question. That's such a final question. Even wow. I mean, dude, it's tough, dude, because I mean, you're 45, right? So you're in your 40s now, which for a dude is different than a girl. I get that. Like, we can still date down pretty far, but I mean, it doesn't go both ways. Let's be honest.
Yes.
But
I had a joke that I was trying to work on where I say we both age like classic cars, except men age like Ford Mustangs and women are like Ford Pintos.
Exactly. There you go, dude. Sure, it gets a classic license plate, but dude, that's about it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would think so. And, you know, but every single one of my relationships has gone down in crazy flames. Like every one of them has failed to the nth degree. Obviously, if I'm single right now, the last one failed too. So, and that's just some shit to go through. But I would say this though, not to get weird, but you know, I have met, even when you think you're kind of dead inside, dude, I have met somebody that I think is cool as shit. So I know that part of me is still alive. So that's good. I haven't been completely trashed on. Not going down that road at all. Huh?
Is there anybody that you used to date that you're still cool with? Like, or if you saw him, you'd be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's somebody I still talk to. And we broke up in 97.
What's he do now?
He's UPS management. Really cool dude. Jokes. That's right, jokes. I meant no, it was a girl. Nah, but she yeah, we still talk, dude. And she's cool. I haven't talked to her in about a year, but she's cool. I know I will know her for the rest of my fucking life.
So this might interest you, Sean. As we're recording this tonight, I'm doing my first internet show, like stand-up.
Oh boy, what's that about? Okay.
So, and I got one scheduled for next week. So both of them, I'm getting paid to do them. So it should be interesting. But the one tonight, my buddy Franco, it's his birthday, and he's kind of a younger comic. He hosted for me like years ago at Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento. And dude, when I did the Bay Area in this year, Franco let me stay at his place. I think I told you about that. He wasn't even there.
Oh yeah.
Just a fucking good dude. And it's his birthday. And he hit me up. He was like, hey, would you do my birthday show? And I was like, Frankie, I haven't done one of these internet stand-up shows, but I was like, because it's you, it's your birthday, I will do it 100%. So I'm doing that tonight at 8. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I have one
man.
next week. I have one next week. There's a, you know Steve Hofstetter.
Yeah.
He has this thing called, I think it's called the Nowhere Comedy Club. And he's doing, I think like 200 to 300 people are watching these. And he's doing like legit, we have a feature and a headliner and that are getting paid as such.
Wow. How so are these shows like charging something to watch them?
Yes.
Or are they really?
Yeah, dude.
See how
Steve's thing, he has like a virtual security that will, if somebody's in the chat, like heckling or whatever, will bounce them. I don't know how it all works because I'm doing it Wednesday though, my first time, and but it's like pretty legit. He told me they sent me an email ahead of time like this is the best way to do it, and they're saying to wear a Bluetooth headset that's connected to your camera and your phone or whatever, so you can hear people. I guess you can hear people laughing.
Oh, so that's how security will bounce them. And if you're not laughing and you're talking and shit, they'll mute you out or something.
I guess, yeah.
That's cool, man. All right. That's dope. Tonight, it sucks too because this podcast comes out after this. Yeah. But today at 3:00, so it's 3:00 Pacific, 6:00 Eastern, is this Hawaiian festival that happens every year. And it's got like Jack Johnson, Willie Nelson, Eddie Vedder's back after last time he was there was 2007, and it's actually today at 3:00, and they've changed it to the what do they call it? The Kaloa Festival at home, and so all the performers perform from home. So it's 2 hours. I'm gonna check it out.
And so they're gonna, dude, it's fucking, oh man. I just saw today on Reddit, so you may have seen it because we fucking surf Reddit all the time. In Madison, Wisconsin, they were, protesting the lockdown like all these other dipshit areas. But there's just one guy as they would walk by, and he just sit there going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, to every single one of them. Men, women, children, doesn't matter.
Good.
yeah, these old dudes will come up and be like, oh, why are you saying fuck you? And he's like, because you guys are fucking selfish. He goes, I have people in my family that have immune disease problems, and you're out here doing this shit. Somebody's like, oh, you're going to swear in front of kids? He's like, you're putting your kids at risk by bringing them out here, you fucking idiots.
Come on. See? It's ridiculous, dude. I look at the park up the street, man. There's parents and kids up there playing outside. And then somebody's going to argue with me, yeah, but we won't get sick off each other because we all live together. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit about you. I care about the people around you. I don't care about you. Why do you?
And what
why
about
is
the
it
shit that's at the park?
Yeah, it's seriously. And then they're like, well, it's just like what Trump was spewing on the TV the other day when he's like, so the UV rays will just kill, like on a playground, it'll just kill all the stuff. And the doctor's like, well, yeah, it'll kill all the stuff with the UV rays, but anything that's not touched by a UV ray doesn't get killed. So the underneath the handles or underneath the bars or the slide so it's like, dude, don't quit acting. All you people act like you got it all figured out. And the CDC doesn't have it figured out. Hospitals don't have it figured out. Who the fuck are you?
Dude, Hillary just told me today that I've seen like the public health workers that are like standing in front of protesters and shit.
Yep.
But Hillary was telling me there are protesters, like there's nurses that are going to the protests, full scrubs, mask and everything, and people are in their face going, you're an actor. You're not a real nurse. This is all, you know. I'm like, you fucking idiots.
See? So what is it? Is it a political thing or is it just ignorance?
Yeah, okay, let's extrapolate that out, that this is all some hoax. Why? What would be the point to take the market to fucking, why? What would be the advantage of all this shit?
Exactly. And so nobody can come and say, well, because they're doing this whole thing, well, we're able during these times, whether it's any kind of war, whether it's biological or it's actual man-to-man war, human-to-human war, then I
got that. I just got that. Oh, gosh. Gender neutral, please.
Oh, God. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Hold on a second. That's what happens. Is it
does it help if I throw out some stuff?
Yeah.
You're saying gender neutral, man to man.
Right before.
Let me see. Babe Ruth.
Oh yeah, Babe Ruth. So 1923. Look at this. No, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't.
No, we were talking about actors. What would be the point of having? If this
so look. Then people will come back
and then you
argue
said man to man.
Not great. Now I forgot again. No, so then they come back and they're like, well, you know, during these times of war, whether it's man-to-man or it's biological or whatever, that you can set these laws in place so you don't have to. So, like, now all of a sudden we can spy on people. The government can look at people. The government has all these abilities now. But, dude, you bring up the point, though. They would do it in a different way than take – dude, we're at 23% unemployment now. How do you bring that back? I get when shit opens up that people start going back, but you can go back to work. Nobody has any money, so you can't spend the money, right? Everybody's broke now. So, they wouldn't have screeched the world to a halt. Plus, this is worldwide. So now all of a sudden we're talking New World Order shit, and you'd have to believe in that existing and that the Rothschild, bank is the one that started this so they could gain control over the world. And I'm sure some people listening to this right now are like, keep speaking, dude. Yeah, you got it. What do you know? It's none of that.
Yeah.
You just said Rothschild.
I was going to say maybe Kim Jong, maybe he was like, oh, I'll do what Trump suggested to get rid of the corona and fucking took some bleach.
That right? That kind of shit. Or well, you have to be, but if we're going to say Trump, we have to say everybody. So Trump and, Chris Cuomo's wife are spouting this idea of introducing Clorox into your body. I mean, dude, this is right. This is the problem. So now CNN and the president have actually aligned on a thought now, which is stupid.
I'm going to, we'll keep this short because I got shit I got to do, and I think you got your shit to prepare for at 3. So what do you have a worthless of the week or a worthy or worthless? You could do a positive. You could do a worthless.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do a worthy. I'm gonna keep it positive. Look at that attitude shift. I'm gonna do this for the people. First off, of course, everybody that's dealing with the coronavirus, like the medical staff stuff. Of course, that goes unsaid, but I'll say it. But I think that people, I'm going to give a worthy to society. Because I think, aside from the toilet paper thieves and all the unethical assholes out there, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who are trying to do this, trying to get by and be thoughtful about it. People have been really cool. It kind of reminds me of back in 9/11 when the country shifted into we're all going to help each other kind of shit. And everybody comes together. And I'm glad that celebrities are using their celebrity in a positive way, and not even like really putting it out there like, hey, look at what I'm doing. I'm going to film it and show you. So I'm going to give my worthy to the society at large, the good people who are doing good things, man, trying to make this thing as habitable as possible.
All right, I'm going to do my worthless of the week will be society and how these.
Nice. No, dude, that would be a good one. I might do that.
Well, actually, it could be the fucking dipshits that are, the other people, the opposite of the people you're talking about. That is true, though, what you said. Like, I've noticed that, too, where it sucks that we have to get to a pandemic or a 9/11 for the country to get all on board like that. But I'm going to do both a worthy and a worthless. My worthy is Hillary. It's her birthday today. You should send her a little fucking message on IG. Cool. That's my worthy is Hillary. She's it's her birthday today, and
who's Hillary?
Yeah, I mean, if for anybody that knows Hillary, they know she's just a really good person. So she deserves everything she gets on this great birthday. Ugh. Can you imagine fucking your birthday? Where are you going? Nowhere. I'm going to the other room. My worthless, and I'm about to do right after I get off here. I'm going to cut a video on it. iPhone users and how full of shit they are. So you didn't know this, and nobody knows this, but for the last roughly week, I was using an iPhone, and the whole thing is, like I've told you before, my whole thing is I have to have a good camera on the phone for all the videos. And everybody would be like, Android's cool and all, but iPhone, man, the camera, man, you can tell the difference. You can just tell when something's Android. You know how many people fucking said, oh, Jay, I noticed this last week. Your videos are so much clearer, so much better. Fucking zero. Fucking none. So they're all full of shit. And dude, I'm gonna say in the video, I'm gonna be like, go back and tell me which videos were done with iPhone versus Android. You can't. Nobody fucking knows.
And dude, I talk to you every day. I see a video or so. I didn't know any of that. I didn't see any switch ups.
Yeah. So
boo.
iPhone, they're full of shit. The one thing iPhone users hold on is just the iMessaging. And who gives a fuck? Green bubbles, blue bubbles, you fucks.
Yeah, don't care.
So that's my worthless of the week, iPhone users. I said it. I dared to say it. What now? I'm a fucking rebel. I'll hit you up later. Watch that movie tonight.
Cool, I will. Awesome.
Oh, also, bye.
I don't do that. All right,
hey,
later.
Okay, bye.